Let's watch and learn a little bit more about the Chinese culture.
My name is Hweeeng Lee. I'm the artistic director of the Atlanta Chinese Dance Company.
My name is Kerry Lee. I'm the associate director of the Atlanta Chinese Dance Company. The Atlanta Chinese Dance Company, we are a performing group with dancers ages 5 through adult, and we have weekly classes for those ages, and we also do performances, 2 types. So one is a full evening production that we do at Gwinnett Center every 18 months, and that involves our entire company and professional guest artists, and usually has a theme or a story or something like that, and it's like full lighting and everything.
I founded the company in 1991, although I started teaching Chinese dance in Atlanta since 1986. But we started the company officially registered as a non-profit organization in 1991. Actually, I was one of the very first that organized a Chinese dance performance in town. Back then, perhaps 1987, something like that. It was too long ago to remember. So definitely, and especially you can see the Chinese community is growing here. There's definitely a need to promote Chinese dance.
The mission is to promote Chinese history and culture through the art of Chinese dance. Our curriculum is folk dance, classical dance, contemporary dance. Folk dance, we have, in China there are 56 ethnic groups, so it's very diverse, and so Chinese dance as a result also very diverse. The Han ethnic majority is mainly what we study because it's a majority, but we also teach Dai dance, Mongolian, Tibetan, Uyghur, Miao, like so many of the 56, not all 56, but as many as we can. And so for classical dance, which is, those are the dances that are preserved from the Imperial Palace. And so we do sword dance and long sleeves dance, and
we use a lot of fan, different types of fan, straw fan, silk fan, fabric fan, kung fu fan, you name it.
The ribbons can be very long, sometimes up to like 5.5 yards or so. So that's like 18, a little less than 18 feet. So they're very, very long. So a lot of the training is about using our wrist, and it takes a lot of practice and a lot of just coordination, I guess, to be able to dance with the ribbons. Sometimes they get tangled with each other, they get wrapped around your head, and so it just takes a lot of practice.
We do ribbon dance a lot during the celebrations, and ribbon that made by silk is a Chinese invention. And 1,000 years ago, China used to trade with other country silk, and it is a very typical dance that we perform during a festival. Chinese dance itself is so broad. It's not just one specific style, because there's so many different ethnic groups and the history is so long. So you can look at it in a time frame, for example, 500 years ago. And you also can look at it in different locations. Different part of the country has different ethnic group, and therefore they have their own custom, religions, costumes, and different dance style. So it's a very interesting topic.
The biggest compliment that I could receive is when people tell us that they were really moved by our production. So sometimes people tell us that they were moved to tears, like it was so beautiful or it was so sad or something that really moved them to tears. So that's like something that we're really proud of. I think that we're able to do that for people. So yeah.
So that will bring up our upcoming performance, April 4th at the Gwinnett Center. And the title this year is called Ren and Sun. And maybe Kerry want to explain what it means in English.
So Ren means human and Sun means superhuman. So the idea is part of our show will be about humans on Earth. So going to school or working in the fields or celebrations or like relationship between mother-daughter, people growing old, people going to like their hope for the future. So it's all like very earthy human topics. And then we have a section on superhumans, which will be, for example, like Buddha or fairies flying in the sky or
Monkey King.
Yeah, Monkey King, or sometimes like a snake spirit. So not necessarily, I guess, what you would, when you think of superhuman, maybe you think of just God, but it's more than that. That's part of it, but it's more than that too. Spirits.
Different types of spirits.
Yeah, I'm a Chinese American. I was born here in America, but raised by a Chinese family. And I think there really is a need for this in our community, especially for people like me, because we sometimes it's hard to get in touch with your culture. I mean, we have Chinese language classes, but of course, I mean, that's kind of like school, you know, you're writing stuff down. It's not always the most interesting, even though it's very critical, but it's not always the most interesting way to learn about your culture. So to have something like dance that I think a lot of people connect with, they like to move their body, it's very fun, you get to move to music, and to have an outlet like that to also learn about your culture, I think is very important for our...
I hope you learn a little bit more Chinese culture. Keeping working hard and keeping practice. Until next time. 加油，再见。